Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Donna. Today we're going to be doing a yoga practice for tight hamstrings and lower back. So tight hamstrings come from sitting too long or working or overtraining your quadriceps. So we're going to start in lunge position. So swing your legs around, come onto your hands and knees. Put your left foot between your hands and have your hands up on your fingertips. So you should have this leg here stretching forward, not upright. So what we're going to do from here is going to pull your toes back, stretch over your leg, and then coming forward, looking up on your fingertips, pulling the toes back, stretching along that leg as much as you can, and coming forward and stretching back. And one more time, forward and stretching back. You change over to the other leg, so right leg between your hands, up on your fingertips, stretching forward so you've got that angle on the back leg, looking up to the ceiling, and then pulling the toes off the floor of the left leg, back on your heel, coming forward over your leg, and then forward, looking up at the ceiling, breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, and forward. Just rock forward and back as much as you want to really release that hamstring. Breathing in, looking up at the ceiling, and breathing out. Then we're going to come up off the floor, come up to standing. You're going to have your feet hip-width apart. Then you're going to take your arms up above your head. And then you slowly bend your knees, take your arms out to the side, coming forward over your legs, aiming to go towards the floor. If you can't touch the floor, you can get a block and use the block to do the stretch with. So those of you who can come forward, you can, even if you come forward as far as your knees or your calf muscles or your ankles, so totally up to you with your body. And so then you're going to bend your knees and you're going to stretch up as much as you can, and then bend your knees and stretch up, really stretching those legs straight if you can, and bending, breathing in, breathing out. And hold. If you can, if you've got your hands on the floor, look between your feet. Look to the back wall. Hold it here. A few long deep breaths. Doesn't matter if you're still up here. Just take a couple of long deep breaths, whichever position you're in. And then bend your knees, slowly roll up and come up to standing. Okay, you're going to take your feet further than hip-width apart, so quite wide. And what you're going to do here is you're going to take your hands onto your hips, and you're going to slowly hinge forward from your hips, coming forward to as far as you can feel it. So you might only get to here, you might get right down, just depends how tight your hamstrings are. So just work to your edge, so you're coming forward. And if you come forward and you find that here's far enough, you could use, once again, you could use the block here or here. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to bend your knees and you're going to slowly stretch forward. If you can touch your hands on the floor, then just look between your legs. And then once again, just bend your knees when you need to. Straighten up. Long deep breaths. And just really feel the stretch up through the back of the legs. And then bend. And coming up again. This time I'm going to hold it for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, come back up, roll back up. Come to standing, shake your legs out. And we're going to come into lying on the floor. So coming down, if you've got a strap or a belt or or a scarf. We're going to use it to put around our foot. So just lying on your back, stretch your left leg out, pull up your toes so your toes are facing the ceiling. Try and get your knee, keep your knee as straight as you can. You might find that your leg doesn't go straight down on the floor, but just keep your knee straight. You're going to bend your right leg in. You're going to put the strap or the belt or whatever you've got around your instep. And then what you're going to do from here, you're going to slowly try and straighten that knee if you can, and then gently pull your strap. You might have your strap here because your leg might be here, but just what you're going to do is slowly try and pull your hands up the strap to get your leg a little bit closer to you. So just wherever you're comfortable, wherever you're finding the stretch is intense, just stay there, don't overdo it. And then you're just going to take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Each breath out, try and pull it slightly closer if you can, and then hold it at that position. And hold it. Deep breaths. Try if you can relax into it. Get those muscles elongated out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your strap into your left hand and just take it slightly across your midline of your body. It won't go very far. It'll just probably go like a couple of inches across your body. It's a good stretch for your sciatica and your lower back. And then coming back to the middle, take the strap off, bend your leg in, hug your knee, and then place it down on the floor. Toes pulled up to the ceiling. Get your left leg, bring that in, hug it to your chest, and then place the strap or the belt around your instep of your left leg, and then keep this knee as straight as you can on the floor. Your leg might not go straight on the floor, but just keep that knee straight. And you're going to straighten this knee here as much as you can, and then you're going to slowly start pulling your foot towards you. So you might still be out here, but the aim is just to try and lever your hands, walk your hands up your strap closer to your foot. And deep breaths. Make sure your neck's elongated along the floor. You haven't got your head tilting back, because otherwise the stretch through the back will be altered a little bit. You just need to elongate your spine. Keep your knees as tight as you can. Deep breaths. Good. Now just take the strap into your right hand and take your leg slightly over from the centre, off centre. Won't go very far. You'll know when it's gone far enough because you'll feel the sort of tingling pull of the sciatica nerve. Hold it here. Come back to centre. Let go of the strap, bend your knee in, hug your knee, hug your other knee, and then just do a little circles around for your hips. Just circle your knees around. Just roll on those hips on that lower back. Just massage it into the floor. Then what you're going to do for your lower back, you're going to hold onto your knees still. You're going to stretch your knees away from you, and it should straighten your arms out, and it's going to really lengthen your lower back along the floor. And then bring your knees in, stretch them out. Doesn't feel like a very intense exercise, but it is very good for lengthening and releasing your lower back muscles. Back in and stretch out. Good. And then hug your knees. I'm just going to roll up to sitting. I'm going to get rid of your strap out of the way, and just going to sit right up on your sit bones. If you find you can't sit right up on your sit bones without rounding too much, sit up on a cushion or a block so you're sitting a little bit more elevated. And what you're going to do from here is you're going to stretch forward from your lower back, keeping your eyesight just out from your feet. So the aim is to get your navel on your top of your thighs and not rounding, aiming for your head down towards your knees or your legs. You're going to stretch forward. You might only get to here, to your knees. You might get to your calf muscles. You might get to your ankles. You might get to your feet. Just depends how tight you are through the hamstrings. So whatever position you're in, just stretch forward. Remember to keep your eyes looking out, just long straight back. Aim is to have a lovely elongated back right from your lower back, and just take some deep breaths in and try and keep your knees pushed into the floor. Deep breaths, looking down towards your feet, or just out from your feet, whichever is more comfortable for you. Another couple of long deep breaths. And then coming back up. Bang your legs out. And that concludes the practice for stretching tight hamstrings and lower back. So hopefully you feel a little bit of benefit and feel like your hamstrings have loosened and your lower back feels a little bit more released since the start of the practice. So thank you for joining me on the mat, everybody, and have a good day. Namaste.